Well, we're talking this long about food and barbecue because the NBA playoffs suddenly are not very good. So I know we're going to talk about Timberwolves and the Mavs as we give out our picks, but Pacers Celtics was a complete dud, over in 4 games, and I know they were dramatic in the last 2, but it never felt like the series outcome was ever in serious doubt from the opening tip, and it sucks. It sucks, Brett. Like, honestly, it sucks. And I worry this is what our long-term future is going to be with this league, unfortunately. It's going to be, like, full of preternatural talents that deliver great highlights on TikTok and everywhere else. But when it gets down to competitive basketball, with the amount of variance from three-point shooting and all those sorts of things, are we actually going to see, like, classic games that in May that pass the test of time?
The Adam Silver decision to basically mandate the players to play more and crack down on like the DNP rest stuff that goes on in the regular season. And what did we see in the playoffs? Everybody was hurt. Like, we lost a ton of stars. So a bunch of these series outcomes were shifted because guys were worn down, or they were out with injuries that they had sustained in the regular season. And that does worry me to a degree. I mean, the NBA is in a tough spot. Like, you want the average fan who gets to see Giannis or, whoever, Jason Tatum, to make sure that they're playing in a February game in Charlotte, right? But at the same token, this is really where everybody seems to lock into the NBA. And then if you have series where like the top 2 guys are out for each team, like, what are we doing here? Like, this isn't fun.
You already mentioned it. Like, this is when everybody's supposed to be locking in, and they have to set the NBA final television schedule ahead of time to please their broadcast partners. And it's on June 6th. And if the Mavs come out and win tonight, like, we're going to like a college football scenario where it's like, oh, we're going to not play for a week and a half. Like, how the hell is that going to make any sense? So might catch in a couple extra whistles tonight. Not that I would ever imply such a thing about a league that's so clearly above board.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, though, with as banged up as Lucas seems to look, and with some of the injuries the Mavs are nursing, Porzingis trying to get back into health and get into rhythm, I wouldn't mind 9 days off for these teams to come into the series kind of in full peak. If we're going to get a bummer of a conference finals run, like, give us an amazing finals. Like, get these 2 teams healthy, get everybody back in the rotation, get Luka as close to 100% as guys can get at this time of year, and just go full tilt in the finals. I'll take the 9 days off if that's what it gives us in those 9 days.